We know that virtual machines provide lot of flexibility in computing. And in modern age computing, virtualization technology has a lot of contributions, especially in cloud computing. So let us examine how this virtualization concept works and how can we get virtual machines and what are the main advantages of working in virtual machine. So first we'll start with this computer which we have built by assembling multiple physical computing resources. That means we have built this computer by assembling memory, processor, storage devices and network components. So this is the physical computer we have assembled, and let us assume we have activated this physical computer by installing some operating system over it. So this is a working physical computer. So what happens in traditional computing system is once we have this active computer, we can install application over it. So let me say we have installed these two applications represented by these two coins. So these two coins represents two different applications that we have installed over this physical computer. Now user can work over this application, and that means the applications are tightly coupled with the physical computer and users have direct access to the physical computer via this application. So this reduces the security of the actual physical system. So since users are directly accessing the physical system and applications are tightly coupled with the physical system, so this is a threat to the physical system. Now let us examine what happens in case of virtualization technology and in case of virtual machines. So once we have this physical machine with us, we want to virtualize the environment, and so we will install a virtualization software which is known as layer of virtualization over it. Let us understand that this is the block that represents the layer of virtualization, the software which is virtualizing the environment, and this layer is also known as hypervisor or virtual machine monitor or VMM. So this layer of software, what it does is it virtualizes the actual physical environment and it produces or it represents the physical components as virtual computing components. So over it, over the layer of virtualization, what we get is we get virtual computing components, and let us assume that this block represents the set of virtual computing components. Now these virtual computing components are enabled by the underlying actual physical computing components, but one interesting thing is these virtual computing components need not to resemble the actual physical computing components, and the virtual computing components may differ in nature with the physical computing components. It may differ in quality, it can differ in quantity, and it can differ architecture wise also. So if we have one disk here in the physical computing component, say 1 TB disk, in the virtualized mode I can represent that 1 TB disk as multiple 200 GB disk. So this facility will get in the virtualized representation of computing components. But here it is to remember that the entire capacity of all the virtualized component must not exit and cannot exit the actual capacity of the physical computing components, but architecture wise, quality wise and quantity wise they may vary. So here we have the physical computer at the lowest level. We have the physical active computer. Over it we have installed the layer of virtualization or hypervisor, and hypervisor has created the set of virtual computing components. So once we have this virtual set of computing components, we can now assemble these virtual computing components to build virtual computers. So let us assume that over this virtualized environment, we have assembled the computing components or computing resources to build two different computers. And let me represent those two different computers or virtual computers with these two blocks. So over the layer of virtual computing resources, we have built two different virtual computers or virtual machines, better known as VMs. So these two virtual machines are independent to each other. They can work independently, they may differ in nature, and even we can install different operating system over these virtual machines. So in one, if we install Windows operating system, in the other one we can install Linux operating system or anything else. So they are independent to each other, and even these operating system has no link with the actual operating system of the underlying physical system. So entirely they are independent to the physical computer, and they are independent to each other even. So they can work simultaneously, but they will remain independent. So the advantage is here, you see, over one set of physical computing resources at the same time we are running two different computers having two different operating system. But in the traditional system, when you have only one computer, physical computer, over this only you can run one operating system at a time. If you want to install dual booting system, so in that case you'll have to restart the system, and at a time only one operating system can remain active. But in virtualized mode, you see, over the single set of physical resources, you have two different virtual computers running two different operating system at the same time. And users can work in these two different computers independently and simultaneously. So these are the advantages of virtualization and virtual computers. And now see, these applications now will be installed over these virtual computers. So I can install both the application in one computer. I can install these application in this computer or separately in these two computers. So the computers are independent, the virtual machines are independent. And what this thing, entire concept has done is, it has decoupled the application from the physical computer. So no, right now we are no more installing the applications over the physical computer. Instead we are installing the applications over the virtual machines or virtual computers, and hence these virtual computers decouples the application from the underlying physical resources, and user even cannot access the physical resources directly. Users will remain unaware about the actual physical resources. They will be working over these virtual computers or virtual machines, and hence this increases the security of the system even. So these are the advantages of virtualization and working in virtual computers.